Hi, I'm Virginia, and these are my dogs Zion and Takoda, and today we're going to show you their favorite exercise. They absolutely love this. I started doing this exercise because I was working with Takoda especially on greeting us without jumping. And a lot of times you come home, he's excited to see you, he'd come up and jump on us. And so I wanted him to, instead of that, I wanted him to sit instead, or lay down, anything that's more polite than jumping. And so I started doing is I'd move around and I call them over, come on boys, and they come up to me and then they sit, go ahead, they got a cookie. So initially, when I was doing this game, I would just hand them the cookie. And that's great. So he sits, he gets a cookie, they enjoy that, that's fun. But what I found is that by tossing the cookie, especially the further away it goes, the more they have to run for it, the more exciting the game becomes for them. If you're doing this, if you're doing this out in the grass, you may only want to throw it maybe a few feet away from the dog so that they can get a good concept of where it lands and they don't have as big an area to search. But I really found that using extra two senses of the predator chase instinct and then also using their super sniffers that they have was a really great way to help reward them. So the reward, of course, is the treat. But part of the reward, and almost a bigger part of the reward, is chasing something and using their nose, there he goes, he found it, using their nose to find it. In fact, I'm just using little pieces of kibble, dog food. It's not the treat that's so rewarding, really is the game. But they have so much more fun doing this, and they really have to use their brains. So when we first started doing it, I would help them out. I would say, sit. So you sit, you get the treat. Yes. So initially I would tell them what I wanted, but then, because we do sit a lot, we do down a lot, I would wait and see, okay, they have a few different tools in their toolbox now. What are they going to offer? What are they going to try to see if they can get the treats? So sometimes I'll just look at them and wait. Very good. So, because I don't necessarily care if they sit or lay down, I just don't want them jumping. So, but I have eye contact, I have focus. I can build duration by just waiting a little bit longer if I want. There you go. But this game just is so rewarding for them on so many levels. And you can, take a handful of their breakfast and play at breakfast time. But I found this game became so rewarding for them that even if they were outside in the yard and they and the dogs next door were barking at each other, I could call them and they would come running in from the yard so we could play this game. I made it a habit that every time when they would come up to our deck, to come inside, we would play this game either on the deck or in the kitchen when they would come in. And who would think that coming in and getting a few little pieces of kibble would be more rewarding than barking at other dogs? And when I used to just hand feed them the treats, it wasn't as rewarding. You can also do fun things like tossing it for them. That's another way to kind of tire them out. I'm using brown treats, a little hard to see. And you can also do things where maybe we're going to do a series of behaviors. So we might do sit, good, down, good, sit, very good, sit, a little harder for Dakota, good, there you go. So we can do a sequence of 3, 4, or more behaviors. You can kind of keep building them. You can also do things where maybe, especially if you have multiple dogs, they both have to do it. So let's say if only one of them lays down, well, I want both of them to lay down. Oh, very good. So you can make it a little more challenging for them. Again, either waiting for them to offer something and see, do you like what they offered? Or, reward them for what they offered, or you can ask them for things. So there's a lot of different things you can incorporate in this one really simple exercise. Right? Good job, fellas. Oh, where'd he go? Good. All right, have fun with it.